Just 7 minutes ago, the numbers were tallied nationwide, and Donald J. Trump is now not just officially president-elect, but he has secured the 270 needed and beyond. And so unless he's assassinated, coming Friday, July 20th, 2017, he will be the 45th president of the United States. And already he's irrevocably exposed globalism and political correctness, a huge victory. Across the world, countries are pulling out of the EU and globalist combines. Huge victories are happening. And he's already returned $60 billion in cash jobs, $50 billion in investment by Japan, $10 billion in new steel mills, not counting Ryder and Ford coming back, and the fact that he's going to cut our taxes corporately, internationally, so that jobs come back, so that it's fair. This is amazing news. They tried everything they could to stop him. Fake recounts, overturning electors, death threats. Some of the electors got reportedly thousands of, 600, it was on CNN. One guy was getting 600 letters a day on average. Home visits, you name it, but it all failed. But understand this, folks. We've had some big victories, but we have to secure those victories into the future. They're going to try to kill Trump. Every major newspaper I know of and magazines called for his death, and nobody got in trouble. These people really want to bring America down. They want to enslave us. We're the big prize. The globalists and their collaborator minions are going to pull the stops out. Obama's trying to start a war in Russia. I said that yesterday. I said Obama's trying to start a war in Syria with Russia, and now the ambassador's been killed in Turkey. All hell is starting to kick loose here. So we're in a critical time the next 31 days, and Infowars.com is going to be on top of it. But let's look at this historic development. Trump officially gets 270 electoral votes, sealing his election as president. Although electors in dozens of states still have to vote, the electoral balloting in Texas put Trump over the majority threshold, according to a state-by-state tally by the Associated Press. 36 of the state's electors voted for Trump, 1 for John Kasich, and 1 for Ron Paul. Wow, so 2 did get pulled in Texas away. That is unbelievable. Very shameful. And they were supposed to represent the votes, and they did. That is trashy. That is shame on you. One of those guys is admitted stolen glory guy. Some anti-Trump activists had hoped that they could persuade electors in states that voted for Trump to defect, but efforts were unsuccessful. And they had Democratic-led groups, I played this today, in New Hampshire trying to get 10 states that went for Trump to go against Trump, quote, morally, to go with the popular vote nationally. It's a popular vote for the states, folks. It's just pure scum. And I remember on the news for a month ago, Alex Jones is crazy. He says they're planning to overturn the election. They were already announcing it and organizing it, but they didn't want to form opposition. So they'd say, we're not doing that in the media, so conservatives would hear it go to sleep, or patriots, and then, of course, yeah, let's get set up, let's do it. That's that military tactic. Again, it started in World War I with loudspeakers and tanks. I'd go, we're not attacking, lay down your arms, and enough people would kind of believe it and get killed. Hey, I'm not going to punch you. Bam! Oh, hey, look over there. Bam! I mean, they use military technology on us, folks. They're an enemy force. It's in the WikiLeaks. How do we demoralize Americans and keep them in the dark and get them as poor as possible? I mean, go read them. Go read them. I shot a very important video earlier in Berlin, Germany. They're saying 9 dead, 50-something wounded, a big 18-wheeler run over people at a Christmas outdoor fair. Christmas trees run over, people dead. It'll probably be 3 times that tomorrow, unfortunately. And at first they tried to cover it up, but now it's mounting that it's a terror attack. So they're saying, okay, it's being looked at as a terror attack. ISIS said they'd hit Christmas parties outdoors. A lot of places are stopping them because the Islamists get so mad. Because, we can't have our Christmas, but, the ACLU and the liberals, they all say we can't have them either. Don't even say holiday in schools or don't hand out Christmas cards. Hey, First Amendment, the government can't have a state-sponsored religion. If we want to have a Christmas holiday, we can do it. If I want to hand out Christmas cards with Santa Claus or Jesus Christ on them, I can do it. Stop trying to bully me and tell me what words to use. You're a cult, and you know you're a cult of filth. And the world's waking up to you, trash. The real liberals that built the Western civilization and opened the free societies up so you could come in here and piss on it are standing up to you right now. Congratulations, number 45. You've made history. Your supporters have made history. We've broken the back of the globalist. Now let's move forward and restore the republic. get jobs, bring people together, and see the sickening race-baiting division and garbage the MSM's involved in desperate divide and conquer. And now they're bringing in 5 million jihadis into Europe, hundreds of thousands here. When they stab people in Ohio, they say, ew, the cop shouldn't have shot the guy that stabbed 9 people and was running over him with his car. It's not Islamic. You know what? You tell us we're fake news saying this is Islamic. Turned out he was from North Africa illegally, Somalia, Northeast Africa, and was with ISIS and Al-Qaeda. We're right again, you're wrong again. Just like your fake polls and your WikiLeaks getting directed by Hillary and all the crap coming out. They've had to take Ted Koppel out of retirement to come after me in a new piece that's up on Infowars.com. I am so damn honored the communist Chinese are hitting us with one of the biggest denial of service attacks ever. I'm so honored the White House is attacking us. I'm so honored to defend this republic. Donald Trump's far from perfect, neither am I. But I tell you, he's not out to get this country. That's why he's got the enemies of this nation so pissed. If China's got a 15% lower tax than us, we need to cut it so we get the jobs here. And basic stuff like that. And that's why they're so pissed. But calling him a racist and calling him a homophobe didn't work. So now you're calling him a Russian agent. And that didn't work either. So now they're going to try to start a war or kill Trump. That's the big issue. What are they going to do next to shut him down? I'm Alex Jones signing off for Infowars.com. If you're watching this transmission, you know full well you are the resistance. You're starting to win. And if you're black or Hispanic or white or whatever the hell you are, you got red blood and you deserve private property and a Second Amendment and a right to raise your kids as you see fit and a right to be prosperous and a right to practice religion or not practice it and a right to hand out postcards with whatever you want on them. You got free speech. Use it in the face of these bullies. Or lose it. We're turning the tide, but the enemy is squealing and knows their time is short, so they're dangerous. They're like a cornered rat. Spread this video to everybody. I want to do one more thing in closing. I wanted to do this earlier on the video, but I'm going to do it here. Try to bring light in the world. You know, I always loved Christmas when I was a kid. I like the candles. I like the fires. And you got the eternal flame of liberty. And Christmas means bringing light into the darkness. So for all those that died, God knows how many there are. They say 9 and 50 injured. It'll probably be 3 times that, probably. I'm guessing, like last time in Nice. To all those murdered, just out having a good time. Murdered because they were white. Oh yeah, Islam's racist as well. They claim they're not, it is. And murdered because they were Christian. Because of that, run over because they like the Christmas trees that are just German folklore mixed with Christianity. Murder with the little kids out drinking the wassail and having a gingerbread man. Murdered because of where they were born and the religion they were raised in. Murdered because the jihadis take over everything they touch. Murdered because the jihadis failed 1,000 years ago to take over Europe. They did take over Spain. Spain fought the reconquista to get back. For all those murdered by this bloodthirsty, monotheistic religion, and for all those killed by it, the millions, for all the women raped and enslaved. And I'm so sorry the left and all the big feminist groups support radical Islam, the takeover of Orthodox Islam, and bringing them into our country because they're non-compatible to make us submit to them. They're kind of the cannon fodder. I'm sorry that America's so full of scum and Europe's so full of scum that's so brainwashed to want to destroy society, and I apologize. But we're going to work as hard as we can for those families who lost loved ones and for those that were murdered by the jihadis to bring real Christianity back to the world. That means standing up to evil. Not these big 501c3 whorehouse churches, but people having a relationship with Christ and standing up against satanic religions like the modern manifestation of Islam. I'm Alex Jones signing off for Infowars.com. More reports coming up tonight on the news. It'll be expanded coverage, 7 o'clock Central, Infowars.com/show. Until then, again, I'm very sorry for all those that died. I think people should go out and put candles on the street as a sign of Christian solidarity against the MSM, against the jihadis, against Saudi Arabia, against Merkel, and against all those like Obama, the jihadi, who are at war with our culture and who hate Christianity and who hate the West because they know it's beautiful and strong and pure. It's important we stand up now. So I'm going to put this candle out on the street for all those that died. I think everybody else watching should do this. And if you start the meme tonight to burn candles for the Christians being killed all over the world on Christmas, we're going to be bombed and shot and killed. It's only going to be hundreds in the West. It's going to be thousands in the Middle East as they drive them out, as they kill them. And when the Christians run out of the Middle East, they follow you to Europe. They follow you anywhere you go, and they kill you. Only Japan won't let Muslims in, and they have no terror. We will not submit to the religion of violence. We will not submit to being conquested. We will not have our women put in your slave dungeons. We will stand up against you and keep the light alive. Thousands of years ago, there was a basic form of chivalry. Our ancestors would hear the drums of war, giving the warriors of the tribe a chance to organize and prepare a defense. 60 years ago, when foreign air forces were approaching filled with bombs, they had drums of their own, air raid sirens. But in the 21st century, there are silent weapons for quiet war. Pathogens added to the food and water, and to the lining of plastics that destroy our vitality, turn off our hormones, and accelerate our journey towards death. I personally counter this onslaught with Anthroplex. Anthroplex is designed with known organic concentrated herbs to create the basic foundation to normal metabolic activity inside the human body. Discover why Anthroplex is turning so many heads today. It's time for us to take our bodies back into our own hands, and it starts at InfoWarsLife.com with Anthroplex.